I'm speechless right now. I'm hurt. I'm heartbroken.
I couldn't even, no tears wouldn't even come out. I just felt like everything was moving slow motion. And I still am in shock.
It's like it had an alert, like she was on.
Residents of the Sky at Bunker Hill Apartments where this happened have been left shaken.
It is scary. Like, it does scare me because, you know, like, it's a building, apartment buildings. Like, I'm just right down the hall.
But stay woke. Baby's creeping. Don't you close your eyes.
Nichole Coats, also known as Nikki, was a 32-year-old college graduate with a major in fashion. She worked from home for a boutique, and she was a loving daughter and friend. Nicole is described by her family as a person full of life who loved to model. On September 10th, 2023, around 10 a.m., LAPD went to Nikki's luxury apartment on the 700 block of South Grand Avenue to perform a wellness check. However, when Nikki didn't respond around noon, her family grew worried. She had stopped responding to texts, prompting her father Guy and Aunt May to visit her at the apartment complex where she lived. Her father used a spare key fob to enter the apartment and described what he saw as his worst nightmare. He shared, "I went up to her bed and I touched her arm because it was extended out. She had a cover over her and I touched her arm, but her whole body was swollen, like it was inflamed." Nicole also had large bruises on her forehead and her lower lip looked busted. Her face was so bruised and swollen that the only way her family was able to identify her was by her tattoos. But before we jump into today's case, I do want to thank Care Of for sponsoring today's video. So guys, Care Of is a subscription supplement service that makes it simple to maintain a consistent vitamin regimen. One of my favorite features of Care Of is the ability to take a personalized quiz to find the best vitamins for you. The short quiz asks you questions about your food, lifestyle, and health objectives, and then recommends the best vitamins and supplements for your unique needs and goals, backed by the latest science and research, so you can feel good about what you're putting in your body. Now, the two vitamins that really helped me was the keratin for hair health and the vitamin D for bones and immune health. So after taking my vitamins consistently every morning, every vitamin has been extremely helpful for me to maintain a healthier lifestyle, especially in my soft girl era right now. I also can't overlook the individual packs, sustainability, and it's very convenient when you're on the move and traveling, rather than traveling with a bunch of vitamin bottles. And my favorite thing was that I appreciated the lovely little notes on each pack. It was good to see something so positive before I started my day. So guys, take Care Of's quiz and see what vitamins and supplements they recommend for you. Click on the link below and use my code for 50% off your first order with Care Of. Thank you again so much, Care Of, for sponsoring today's video. Now let's jump back into today's case.
I'm speechless right now. I'm hurt. I'm heartbroken.
Sharon Coates can't believe her daughter is gone. Neither can her aunts.
Nicole was a beacon of light. She lit up the room when she came in. She was always smiling.
Are you getting shy?
Her family says Nicole was bigger than life, a great personality, a loving person with no enemies that they know of. But you have a feeling that there's some foul play involved.
Yes, I do.
Sharon thinks so too.
From what I seen in her bed, I screamed when I seen it because there was a lot of blood.
Her parents are divorced and each have a different opinion. Her dad.
My initial was that it looked like she might have just went in her sleep.
But he says he wants to think that until a coroner's report says otherwise, if it does.
Her father mentioned that he didn't notice anything unusual when he entered her apartment because there was no signs of forced entry. Her laptop, cell phone, and wallet were all found inside. The family shared that there was a lot of blood on the bed and that she was only wearing her panties. She was weirdly positioned on the bed with one of her arms outstretched. The last time anyone heard from Nikki is when she shared with her friends that she was going out on a date, Friday, September 8th. That was the last time anyone heard from her. Nicole's father shared that his daughter had plans to take a trip to Cancun, Mexico with friends the week she was found dead. She also had recently received a raise from the beauty brand company where she worked, so she was in very good spirits. The coroner classified her cause of death as undetermined, and her case remains unsolved, leaving behind many unanswered questions.
I was so distraught. I couldn't even, no tears wouldn't even come out. I just felt like everything was moving slow motion, and I still am in shock. I'm so in shock right now. I'm still in denial that she's not here.
The model was in her early 30s and lived alone in her downtown apartment. The family thinks her death feels a bit suspicious based on how she was found.
We just know that she was found. She was found dead in her apartment. It just didn't look right to us. It didn't look right how she was positioned in the bed. She was even unrecognizable for what my auntie had told me and what my uncle had told me as well, that she was unrecognizable in the face as if she'd been beat. And they had to identify her by her tattoos.
Nikki's cousin Shania also says alarms went off in her head when she saw a similar story recently of a woman named Maleesa Mooney, who was also found dead inside her apartment downtown in Bunker Hill.
Just only 2 days later, Los Angeles police found another dead model. A month before her 32nd birthday, Maleesa Mooney was a 31-year-old from Georgetown, Guyana. She worked as a model and a prominent real estate agent. Recently, she had moved into her new apartment and was looking forward to enjoying her new space in LA. Maleesa was known for being hardworking, kind-hearted, and a peacemaker. Her older sister, Jourdine Pauline, a famous Guyanese pop star, admired her younger sister greatly. Maleesa's family expressed that she deeply cared about them and always made time for them. Concern arose when no one could reach Maleesa and her text messages appeared as undelivered, with the text bubble turning green. Her family tried calling her multiple times but received no answer. Worried, they contacted the LAPD to perform a welfare check on her. However, when the police arrived at her apartment, they did not notice anything suspicious. A whole week went by with no sign of Maleesa, and her family contacted the police right away, expressing that something was extremely wrong and they needed to check on her. Jourdine mentioned that Maleesa's iCloud on her phone was still active and online. The family believed that someone was attempting to sell or give away Maleesa's phone or MacBook.
LAPD's Homicide Bureau is now investigating to determine a cause of death, though her family thinks she was killed.
Whoever did it stole her belongings because they're trying to sell her iPhone and her MacBook because her iCloud is it had an alert. She was on.
Residents of the Sky at Bunker Hill Apartments where this happened have been left shaken.
It is scary. It does scare me because, it's a building, apartment buildings. I'm just right down the hall.
And a family has been left ripped apart.
My sister is the most amazing girl ever. She's so kind. She's so genuine. She's so loving. To have someone do what they did to my sister to that caliber is sick.
An emotional statement on her Instagram, saying in part, "Never in a million years did I think I'd have to make this post and get justice for my one and only sister. My heart is crushed. I can't believe you won't be here with us anymore. You are so loving and so kind to everyone."
On September 12, 2023, at 3:54 p.m., the body of Maleesa Mooney was discovered inside her luxury apartment, located at the 200 block of South Figueroa Street. Neighbors shared with the police that the last time they saw Maleesa, she was walking into her apartment building with a group of friends. However, Maleesa never left her apartment that night. The LAPD has labeled Maleesa's case as a homicide. While they have not released details, Detectives have reached out to the public for help in identifying possible suspects. The LAPD does not believe that the two unsolved cases are connected to answers and closure during this incredibly difficult time. Please prioritize your safety and well-being. Remember to take necessary precautions and stay vigilant. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in our next case.
But stay woke. Baby's creeping. Don't you close